God is saying your enemies are. You will go to them for food. You will go to them for water. Read.
And in nakedness.
For the clothes on your back. Who do you go to? Yeah, who owns this stuff? Your enemies, my brother. Because we don't own the raw textiles to even create this stuff. People want to own their own clothing bag. They're buying the cotton. They're buying the machines. They're buying all these things, but they're not getting it from their own people. God says you will get all things of your life from your enemy.
He witnesses the sins that we think are secret. That's what this thing is all about. In order to build the nation of Israel back, guess what? Believe it or not, it starts with strong marriages.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Or sale. That's right. We are not allowed to buy or sell on the Sabbath day. Guess where you find the biggest deals at? Saturdays. That's when they want you to go to the store and buy that new TV. That's the day they give you off so you can go shopping. No, God says on Saturdays there's no cooking, there's no working, and there's no buying or selling. All right, so you're hearing what you can't do. What should you be doing? Should you just sleep all day? What should you do, my brother? Okay, let's read about it. How do we keep the Sabbath day holy? We're not supposed to cook, buy and sell, and we're not supposed to do what? Work. Right? Read on.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Verse 3.
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest.
We're reading about the Sabbath. Read.
And holy convocation.
What's the Sabbath?
And holy convocation.
Zephaniah 2:1. He says the Sabbath is a holy convocation. Do you know what the word convocation means, my brother? It means gathering.
That's right.
So when brothers try to say, oh, I keep the Sabbath day, but they stay home by themselves, are they keeping that commandment? No. You must be gathering with those who are like-minded, who want to keep God's commandments and teach God's commandments. Those are you supposed to be gathering, not just, oh, I'm going to just gather with two of my buddies who act like they don't want to keep the Sabbath day. No, my brother, you got to be gathering with those. Let me show you who you're supposed to gather with. Read.
The book of Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
Oh, household not desired.
O nation not desired.
Brother, you're supposed to gather with us as a nation. We have a school here, my brother, in Tallahassee, Florida. All right? It's on the south side, but we should definitely come through. You said what? We over there by, you know where Cali Duty is? South Monroe Street? We right across the street from the fairgrounds, on that same plaza. All right? But we must gather. So that means every Saturday, my brother, where should you be if you want to serve God? With us, my brother. That's what you got to do, because when you're there, you start learning. You start learning about a question. Do you grow a beard on your face, a little bit of chin? You grow a little goatee? You don't get little hairs on there? Do you put a razor to your face? All right, let me show you something about that. Let me show you something about that. All right, so what you might notice about these men up here, how old are you, my brother? 21. Oh, pray. I didn't really start growing my beard until I was 23 anyway. It's crazy. I had like little fuzz right here. Hey, all the Spirit of the Lord, my brother. The thing is, God commands us to do something with our hairs. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
He says you should not take a razor and make yourself bald like Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley now. God says for us not to do that. Why? Hold that. Leviticus 18, verse 2. Because what? When we're reading the first 5 books, right? Moses, right? He rescued us from where? Egypt.
Right.
Egypt, we're in spiritual Egypt today, right? They have a lot of our brothers shaving their face. They have a lot of our brothers shaving their hair. That's the ways of Babylon. That's the ways of America.
Right.
But God tells us how we're supposed to roll in the spirit in the land of our captivity. Read that.
The book of Leviticus chapter 18 verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt.
After the ways of the land of your captivity. Read.
Wherein ye dwell, shall ye not do.
That's what God was teaching us. He was cleaning us up. He was saying, hey, because in times of Egyptians, they shaved off their eyebrows, they shaved off their head, they had that super bare naked face, and they'll put all that stuff on them. That's what Egyptians did. You may see like their old statues.
Right.
We are not to do that. When we came out of the wilderness, some of us kept doing that. Like, no, my men are supposed to have what? Hair on their head, right? Go back.
Right.
He said, don't shave your head off, right? Read.
Leviticus chapter 21 verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
And you're not supposed to shave off your beard.
Right.
Right? And he's not telling you about the bum. You know what I'm saying? Give me Ezekiel 5 about the Arby's razor or something like that. He's not telling us to look like bums. Right? We still gotta what? Represent God out here. We're not coming out here looking bummy or dusty, because what? When people see us, they say, okay, these are men who are the ambassadors of God, right? And guess what? You can't do it too, my brother. Right. All you gotta do is clean your mind up with what the scriptures are saying, right? Read that.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 1. And thou, son of man, take thee a sharp knife, take thee a barber's razor, and cause it to pass upon thine head and upon thy beard. Then take thee balances to weigh and divide the hair.
You have to strategically cut and balance off the hair off you. It's not telling you to shave your head, it's saying to clean yourself up.
Right.
All right, so this guy, he knows what he's doing. All the wisdom is inside this Bible though, my brother. That's the thing we gotta do. We gotta teach our people. But what's next? Once you hear about who you are, you must take action, my brother. What action you gotta take?
They want to carry it on.
You said what?
They want to carry it on.
Sirach 5 and 7. I gotta show you something. Because after you leave from this presence today, you may be rolling high in the spirit right now. God may be purely on your mind, but you know you gotta go somewhere. And right then and there, that's when the devil's gonna attack you.
Right.
He's not gonna attack you in the ways they do in the movies or like Greek mythology. No, he's gonna come in a form of what you like. Right. It's gonna be that you got a girlfriend? Are you married? Okay. It may be that girl. It may be that, hey, I got a blunt. It's gonna roll up. It's gonna come in that. It's coming all your vices. He's gonna take you, whatever you learn today, he's gonna take you back into the world and be like, hey, forget about that Bible stuff, man. You cool where you at. That's what you don't want to do, my brother. That's why God told us this. Read that.
Sirach chapter 5 verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Tarrying means to like lag, like don't move slow. He says make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Right.
Right, so don't waste your time to turn to God. Read.
And put not off from day to day.
It might be in the spirit, my brother, to put it off from day to day. Oh, I heard the brother say, I'm gonna go next month. I'm gonna go next week. I'm gonna go next time. Right? Read.
For suddenly.
For when?
For suddenly.
Have you heard of freak accidents? Those happen to our people. That's that. A lot of people believe when that time comes, they're gonna be like, oh Lord, I repent from all that I've done. No. Car accidents happen, boom, you dead. Right. You know what I'm saying? Breonna Taylor laid in her bed, cops kicking her door, boom, shot her up, she's dead. Suddenly, for suddenly what?
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security.
And in thy what?
And in thy security.
God says suddenly when you feel most secure,
right,
destruction can come from you.
That's right.
You cannot run away from our God, my brother. He is the God. Look at, our God does not play. We didn't even go over how we got here, my brother. Like right here, you think this was an accident? These pictures right here? It wasn't an accident. When I gotta show it to you, but finish that off.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
It says, when you feel you're most secure, I will destroy you because you didn't turn to my commands. All right? And let me show you something right quick. This is factual proof to show you why we're the Israelites, right? So you see this right here. You see these pictures, these images. This is the atrocities that happen to what? Us. The so-called blacks, Hispanics and Native Americans, right? You see this all right here. This did not happen by chance, right? They have something called critical race theory they're trying to push, so they can try to take this out of the education of our little ones. You learned this in school, right? A little bit about this, right? But they're trying to not teach our little ones because what? This atrocity lines up to happen only to the Israelites.
Bring it out.
And that's how we know, oh, God said it's going to happen to the Israelites. That makes us the Israelites. Let me show you.
Right.
So we read earlier, if we didn't keep God's commandments, we will receive what? Curses. Curses. Let's read about some of these curses. Some of these curses. Deuteronomy 28, verse 41, maybe 42. The kids will go to captivity. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters.
We will have children. Read.
And thou shalt not enjoy them.
Why?
For they shall go into captivity.
God says as a curse, those sons and daughters will go into captivity.
Bring it out.
Verse 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
This is heavy, Julia. Listen to this real quick. God says for a curse, you should serve your enemy. What does that mean? Who's your enemy, my brother? You don't have one. Oh, okay. Let's read the Bible. God says, as a curse, you're going to serve your enemy. I'm going to show you. He's going to give you hints and clues, right? Who your enemy is. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
God says he's going to send enemies against you, Junior, and your people. Read.
In hunger.
Who do you serve today for food? If you need to get food, does it just magically pop up where you are, or you have to go get it? Who gives it to you? Who gives it to your family? Your food. Where do you get food from? If you think about life right now, where do you go to get food? The store, right? Who owns these stores? No. A certain man, right? What kind of man owns these stores? Are they your people? Or are they your enemies? This is what God is, listen, God's trying, he's doing talk. He's doing like, so you can understand. He's like, you're going to serve your enemies. I'm going to give you food. You're going to go to them for food. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
Go to them for food. Read.
And in thirst.
Who owns the utilities of this country? Huh? What kind of people? Huh? Yeah, what do they look like? You don't know what they look like. People, the founding fathers of this country, what do they look like? Who runs the government? Who runs the people who can make laws and legislation and stuff like that? White people.
Right.
So you're hearing God says you're going to serve your enemies. Don't they own the farms, the mass production of food, the Tysons,
Right.
the large waters? This is who God is saying your enemies are. You will go to them for food. You will go to them for water. Read.
And in nakedness.
For the clothes on your back. Who do you go to? Yeah, who owns this stuff? Your enemies, my brother. Because we don't own the raw textiles to even create this stuff. People want to own their own clothing, man. They're buying the cotton. They're buying the machines. They're buying all these things, but they're not getting it from their own people. God says you will get all things of your life from your enemy.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.